Hello, guys. Welcome to the next Ryze coaching in 10 minutes. Today we are looking at Ryze versus Darius, and we are going to have three parts in those 10 minutes. First part, we're going to analyze how to lane and how to how to fight in late game, how to go about Ryze versus Darius matchup in the late game. So the second part is going to be us talking about runes. And the third part is what item build we need. So how you lane against Darius, you obviously are going to be a lane bully against him. He's also naturally a lane bully, but since you outrange him, you have more potential. You kind of counter him. This is very much reliant on your ability to kite very well and space. If you make even a little mistake, as you see here in the matchup, you're gonna get caught up and have to flash out or to phase rush out or to TP out. So there are a couple of possibilities how you easily can survive, as you see me surviving right now. This is exactly how you do it. And later you're gonna be fed, you're gonna have like Seraph's Embrace, and you might be just out damaging him, so you kill him before he can kill you. So in a lot of situations, he should not be able to harm you, but the main thing of Darius is to exploit the mistakes of others, and that's where he shines, and you have to play perfectly. So kiting and spacing is a squishy mage, but very powerful one. Don't forget that via Ryze is very, very important. As almost always, you will have to be very passive when you are not level 6, because you need the ult as an additional escape mechanism. Also, you want to use every tool in your kit to punish Darius. So either freeze the lane if you're ahead like this. He's low, so you can freeze, or use anytime he comes close to punish him. So freezing is definitely one way to go about Darius. The second, what you can do is to shove all the minions under the tower. And as you can look up on my channel, you're going to see a lot of examples where you can also kill him under the tower, like I just did. So you're gonna bait him while he thinks he's baiting you, and shove all the minions in the tower. Every time he starts to farm, you punish him for that. And additionally, you're gonna be able to farm his tower gold. So, Mr. Ryze, why are you pushing level 4? Why are you overextending level 4? You're going directly against what you just said. Well, I am doing that because I recalled, and I was full health, why he made the mistake to stay in lane with low HP. Therefore, I win on tempo. I can shove all the minions in, and I poke him down so hard that even if he gets an underleveled Nida gank, I can easily punish that gank and either kill her or kill him, or at least easily run away. But if he engages with that low health HP, I can easily kill him. So that's exactly what happened. Ideally, if that's not possible, you're gonna stay on your half of the lane and in a way be very aggressive with your basic attacks and try to poke him down with those, because you're not going to have enough mana to poke him down with your abilities. Use your abilities for farming, and after the first recall you should have more damage, more mana, and then you can more aggressively shoot him down. If he of course does this mistake that he did against me here, and he basically just stays in lane with low HP, you're gonna punish that as much as possible. And even if he comes close to you, you don't, as you can see, don't even have to run away anymore. That's how you lane. Here I kind of overextend in theory, but we have level 6, so we can just easily escape. So in summary, you try to stay passive, but still be aggressive as possible, because if you can, with your basic attacks, use primarily your abilities to farm and not to push out if possible. And if you can, freeze on your half of the lane, because you can easily be flashed at and ghosted at. as Darius is much stronger early game as you. So you have to keep your distance. If he catches up on you for some reason, as you could see before, you can EW and out, but wait until he pulled you in already. Sometimes it doesn't really matter if he didn't pull you. You can still proc your phase rush and just run out. And even if he catches you then while you run out, you still have a lot of phase rush left to run out. Especially it works very well if you have a flash, or you can just ult out. But before you do that, you always have to before you ult out, you always have to wait until he uses his CC. This, what you just saw with Lux ganking me, answers your question. But Ryze, why are you overextending? Exactly, because I poked him down. So if he wants to fight me, he dies. Even if he didn't want to fight me, he dies, and I still can escape. It's basically 1 versus 1 and not 2 versus 1, because we got him. We poked him down. That's why it's important for you to establish dominance against Darius. In late game, you want to keep split pushing, and hopefully you'll be ahead so Darius can't really fight you. You want to side lane, and you want to join up for objectives. Here there is Vavrik down there, but we have our ult, so basically if anything happens or if he needs warding, you can either use the ult to ward and not step inside, or just ult and help him. So we're basically having a very close eye to Vavrik. That's it, how you fight. In late game you obviously group, and depending on the situation, you're either, here they got me, you're either the backline or you try to kill their backline like an assassin. It really depends. All right, so let's have a look at the second part. For masteries, we are a bit unusual here. We run Conqueror. Conqueror is really nice if you want to be strong very early and already have you peak at mid game, or a very high peak damage wise in your mid game. It's very good to get ahead. At the same time, without phase rush, it's going to be very risky to go deep or to overextend. But if you establish dominance in your lane and you get ahead and you poke your enemy laner down, you're gonna have really great time, because you're gonna overpower him with raw ability power and healing back, which you're gonna get with Conqueror. This is much it. Conqueror. The rest is basically meta of taste. You can go last man standing, you can go mana. I think whatever you think is most useful. If you have more questions, please comments down below. The second path, because you don't have phase rush, you want to accommodate your passive with being speed. So you go blue path, you go mana band, and you go celerity. So obviously you need mana as Ryze, you scale very nicely with mana, and you want to have this mana sustain. Celerity accommodates your passive. You're going to be pretty fast, pretty quick, and it's going to balance out the fact that you don't have phase rush. For runes, as always, we go attack speed, and second adaptive force, 9 ability power, and the third scaling health. That's it for the masteries. In our third part, we are looking at itemization. So against a Darius, who you are up against and who are already ahead like I am, I think the best item to rush is Rod of Ages, because it gives you tankiness and it accommodates you with heal back. Additionally to Conqueror, which is really good composition. So Conqueror, Rod of Ages. After that, it's basically standard build. So after that, you rush for Seraph's Embrace, which is your Archangel stuff, which is gonna turn into Seraph's Embrace, because you already have, on the time you get Rod of Ages, you're probably gonna fill up your tier. Third item, fourth item, it really depends on the situation. You can go Rabadons, you can go Cosmic Drive. You really have to see, do you need more speed? Do you need to slow down the enemy team? Maybe you even need Ryze, but I think Cosmic Drive is better here. If Lux, for instance, here would be too fed, you might want to think about some magic resist. Benches would be enough, more than enough. It's really situation dependent in this game. I took what I took, and I'm already going for Rabadons in this segment, so you can see it's really depends where you want to go. That is it for our coaching today, Ryze versus Darius. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, please, comments are welcome down below in the comment section. If you didn't subscribe, that would help a lot. Maybe keep up the notification or like. That would be great. See you guys on Summoner Rift.